Purgatory, a word that sends people into a coma. So can you find purgatory in the Bible?
Please don't say 1 Corinthians 3.
1 Corinthians chapter 3.
Come on! For those who have an infallible teaching authority, why do y'all so consistently misuse this passage?
Verses 13 through 15, each one's work will become manifest.
Catholics wrongly assume that this passage is about Christians in general and their personal sin.
This verse is describing suffering loss of one's sins.
But if you look at the context, that's not at all what Paul has in mind. Who are the people Paul is talking about in this passage? Verse 7, Paul says, neither he who plants nor he who waters is anything, but only God gives the growth. That verse is explaining the nature of Paul and Apollos' work, because Corinth was divided over which apostolic leader they wanted to follow. So Paul is actually talking about the nature of the apostolic band and their ministries. And what is each one's work? Well, it's not about a Christian's personal obedience and disobedience. It's about the apostles. We are God's fellow workers. You are God's field, God's building. And so Paul goes on to explain how he's building the church. So when Paul gets to the very end saying, if anyone's work is burned up, he will suffer loss, though he himself will be saved, but only as through fire, he's not talking about a process of purgatory and personal sin. He's talking about the fruitfulness of the apostles' ministry. What's being burned away in this context is poor building materials, those who would try to build a church on personality or ecstatic utterances and things like that. In other words, it's not about personal sin.